This guy, well, he's close to the point where he doesn't want to fight anymore, but as long as Rob Rain is up, he will try to continue.
Bree, knock him
battle.
down.
Alaric screams at him from the ground, "Hit me!
Come on!
Be you fool!
As both of them take pauses to aim, like,
yeah. Basically fighting cautiously.
Fighting cautiously, huh?
Well, that's the excuse for aiming. That would be like that.
That will be 3 degrees again. So
Well, you know the deal.
I'll take my my injury and my 2 health. So on the downside, I can't take any more injuries. On the plus side, I don't think he's going to be dealing too many injuries.
Just yield, sir.
Alaric laughs. Alaric just laughs.
Yeah, on the ground in his helmet. 3.
I've had worse.
I have.
You don't have poison that burns the insides of my... Yeah.
I survived the 3 pairs, whelp!
This is worth noting. A reckless attack takes a greater action in the future. Ashra was so amazing that he was able to take a risk.
You don't give a
But
shit.
reckless normally takes a greater.
Okay.
I think what Bree is going to do here is, she's feeling awfully arrogant here, and I don't have a button prepared for this one. Let me check to confirm this. It's a free action for me to release someone, and I think it's most fitting if that happens. Bree is going to release Rob Rain. And then, as a greater action, she is going to attempt to disarm Rob Rain. Attempting to knock an opponent's weapon from his hands, I resolve that as a standard attack, except my difficulty is equal to my opponent's passive fighting result. If I succeed with at least 2 degrees, I disarm my opponent. If I roll a critical failure, I get disarmed. If I have a hand free and have fighting 4 or greater, I snatch the weapon out of the air.
Alright. He's wounded right now, not really in the best fighting shape.
Let's see here, go ahead and handle that. 25.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can punch his hand and...
Alright, Bree, lets him go, perhaps, momentarily surprising, and then with a square, they basically, grabs, his sword hand, and with her powerful strength, punches it, it goes sailing in the air, and if that's 2 or more degrees, she catches the longsword.
It is.
The longsword goes twirling up into the air, and then Bree, 5'2" Bree, smaller than, is the smallest of them, sneers up at Rob Rain, and catches his longsword. And says, "Your move, Lord Rain."
Damn!
Anyway. So, the Iron Taker. Well. He gets his free attack, but I don't think with all his penalties he can hit my 17.
Well, you're staying within his reach, so.
That's true, but I'm moving more than 1 yard, so.
Yeah, but that's if you're moving more than 1 yard, I think out.
Yeah, I think it's out of
Or is it within?
Oh god, the sound, Halldamir, stop it.
There.
Yeah. Anytime a character starts inside another enemy's optimal weapon reach and uses an action to move more than 1 yard, it doesn't say whether that's in or out. So just more than 1 yard.
Yes, his passive would at this point be very low. However,
Is it lower than 17?
Yes, it is.
So
it's
Ren moves past, just easily kind of dodging his strike to here.
All right, is that
looking
better?
at the ball down on the ground, and will take his attack down on him, the ball.
Right.
Is that better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Oh, what the fuck happened then?
Which means on the ball, it will be that. Ooh.
Doink.
Alright, on him that would be 2 degrees.
Nice.
That is sad, because that actually does no damage then to him, because he has 10 armor.
Did
So
you
it
add
will
the extra
exactly
die
10
there?
damage. What was that?
Did you add the extra die there?
Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
have 4 normally.
Yeah, I thought you had 5. Alright.
Manser will continue to punch this man,
Yep.
as he does, because, that's the power of being really good at punching people.
Say, I waited an entire moon for this. Fight me.
Fight back, damn it! This is worthless. I fought a 12-year-old girl that knocked me out once.
You are nothing compared to her. Bang, 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 bang.
Oh shit.
A little bit of damage, enough to make the man. I mean, he literally cannot take any damage above 1 and not take a wound at this point. So he has spent all of his easily accessible. So he will take 3 damage in excess of his armor and then still take a wound because he has to.
Yeah.
Keith will look to Varen and Ren. Not really. I mean, they both were just knighted, but I mean they fight well. So he'll look to Varen and he'll basically say, "Yield, I yield."
Baron will like nod. I accept. Looking.
Keep
confused.
spinning.
Keep
Well, like
while-
Eric Prester is like trying to
On the ground, just like flailing around.
Yeah.
And then he will want to leave the circle.
All right.
Crawl away.
Yeah,
I won't stop.
crawling out
Kick
of
him
it.
in the butt. No, don't.
Now I get a free attack. No.
Stab him, kill him.
Nope.
Fuck this duel. We're winning. Dal Mabrand will see that and look up at Manson and says, "Yield, yield. I can't." And Manson will. He doesn't seem to be the kind to really accept that, but in this sphere, he damn
Longsword
well
is
better.
literally right there.
Yeah, just glaring at
So
him.
he'll just sort of let him go and then look on to Varen. I think
I
maybe
imagine
he'll
just
put up a
shot-
fight.
I imagine Manson just throwing him out of the ring.
Maybe
Manser
Baron
attacks
will
Baron.
have fun.
No.
It says, he doesn't have a weapon now.
You can punch.
And it's just down to 3 of them.
He could try disarming back.
He could, but he's
Run
wounded
over.
right now, holding
Grab
aside his
Preston.
shield.
Let's grab him.
He like tries to grab Bray.
Yeah.
Bite him or something. Well, he's not really in a super great position right now. This is not going out as he wanted it to. He will look to his people and say, "This is done. This is over. Stop this fighting. Stand down, everyone." So he'll to try to step back if you allow him to. Ashra certainly does.
Yeah, if Ashra is gonna do it, Bree will do it as well.
As he steps away, not having his weapon.
Guessing we can stand up.
Will Lytton basically like steps back and yields, and Eric Presta on the ground. So just no, we just looks over at Halldamir and Baron. Like he really wants to continue fighting, but he lets go of his maul and just sort of lays there on his back, the heavy armor. He will
Arrows
leave
and-
the ring. Yeah, basically we're out of initiative now because there are none of them fighting anymore.
All right. Kevin sprints over to run. Spots at him. Like, does it? There isn't really a high five in this in this world, but the reach equivalent of fist bumps and high fives as he hugs his brother, laughing quite a bit. That was amazing.
Ren doing so, being careful that he's still holding his dagger and sword, so being careful not to accidentally hurt you.
Stands up, like dusts off, looks at Varen. Says, you. We'll have to finish this sometime.
Van looks to him, smiles, and nods.
Oh, Tyrell looks at Dolby and says, my knights, you have done me great honor here. That's basically.
Van will bow towards him,
Gate.
holding aside a bit.
These guys like move back out of the circle, holding their various wounds, looking at all of you. Well, sort of just goes in a circle around Alaric.
So like Alaric like maybe like extends the hand to shake, and Will's just like, ah.
I don't really. I mean, I stabbed you a couple of times there.
Yeah, it's
Really?
he
It's hard
sees,
for him. He's not used to this whole knightly friendliness. Yes, you stabbed me, but that's fine now.
Yeah.
Alaric is a
More
sport.
experience
Trial
you
of
have.
It's like
man.
I say, I stabbed you 5 times. You strong
Yeah.
fucking.
Alaric, like, I know.
I fucking broke your shield apart. It's great. It's good banter.
Pierce up here. Looking down. Fuming clearly.
Yeah, hence the
I
moment
love
of
how he
truth.
says ... and shield.
Will he keep his word?
Says, so, the gods have decided. Daemon is a usurper and a traitor to the realm. There's very little answer.
Alaric just kind of looks to Rob Rain and Leo equally.
Van
Maybe.
tenses up a bit. He sort of feels like something is wrong.
Rain looks around him, at the many crossbowmen, looks down at you in the circle. This battle was not fought on fair terms. This was not... It was not a valorous knightly way of fighting. There was... It was... The gods know and will punish you for such cowardly acts in the duel. Throw your weapons and surrender.
Fucking knew it.
Alaric just looks to the Longthorn.
Yeah, same here.
This is his, yeah, and he needs to talk this guy down.
Forward. You basically see like the knights here seem agitated at this, looking up. Rather, they don't seem to like that sort of response. Maybe that was not part of the plan, or.
Do the crossbowmen seem cool with this?
I mean, they're just doing currently what they're being told. They're not knights. They don't really give a damn about honor. I have that. They're getting paid, and right now they're on a wall, and there are many of them, and few of you. So can you? I should have known you wouldn't fight fair. You'd be afraid of me. Spits just throw down your weapons. Like drops that shield because there's no point in having it up here. So, what do you says? The gods have spoken. Are you so without honor that you will not honor your own word, or an oath you made upon theirs? So, I have no fear of you. Not now, not anymore. If you were going to be able to do this, the gods would have allowed you to do so already. He looks to, basically to all of you and says, let us leave. I don't think the horses will be easy to ride. She looks around like the one horse that's like over here is like panicking and just running around crazily due to the fire and maybe even having some burns and like smoke everywhere. And blood smell, for nothing else. They're not usually freaked out by that, but when you pair it with copious amounts of fire while they were sleeping, that freaks them out quite a bit. And, well, the Longthorn will begin to move. Ashra will sort of hurry up to flank him.
Bree, wincing and like favoring her injured shoulder, will hobble along.
Stop! Stop there! Don't move an inch more, I will shoot. Leo, however, doesn't seem to give a damn about what he says. Yeah. Simply, like Dorian, sort of just a little bit further in.
So the knights on the sides here don't seem to enjoy this at all, right?
No, they do not seem to enjoy this at all.
Yeah. Kevin looks up. He raises his voice. And this is the man you follow? He doesn't honor his own word, and now he wants to kill us for beating him in a duel he set up under his terms on his home turf. This is the man you follow?
Who are you talking to right now?
All of the knights, the gathered knights around.
Like the guys that we've beaten.
Yeah.
I presume, yeah. And probably the guards of the west. As well.
They're just standing there right now. They're basically what you tried to act as if you were. Also say, we follow our liege with pride, and he is right. While I will sort of just fall in line, actually.
Oh.
See?
Walking into the group. Don will look down at Red Tusk, then sort of Rock and fall in line as well. Leave him there on the ground.
Or Red Dust. So they even have a choice.
Kevin looks over to Willis Liddon.
He sneers at you.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, sort of. His arm sort of still has a few boards of wood with like a badger foot of his house.
Oh, well.
As you move further. At that point, basically, Rob Brain will call to shoot.
Ah.
And the good 20-something crossbowmen will generally raise their weapons, as other voices, however, will call them to halt, basically. That's the voice of Eric Presta, of Harbold Keys, of Donald Marbrand, and of Damon Payne, who stands up and, he's on the battlements here and will actually, step up and put a dagger to Rob Brain's throat.
Awesome.
She says, don't. As Rob basically turns, bloody, they're both really bloodied, and looks to him and says, "You traitor! How dare you! How dare you!" As the men basically look, like the officers move a little bit to come to aid, but as they see the blade, they stop. A little bit. Same with the guards to the west. They sort of stand here, not really sure what to do in this situation. So Leo sort of mumbles something that probably only Ashra hears. Ashra speeding up a little bit. Perhaps this situation is precarious enough that it's not going to last.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, brother.
Should we get to move to the portcullis?
Damon Page should come with us, but
Damon calling, "Open the gate!" As
He's sacrificing himself. He's so noble.
his dagger to Rob's throat, who says, "Open the gate!" As the gate will be opened. Whilst walking after you, sort of says, just looks up at his lord, who looks down at him, furious, but he dares not do anything. As basically the company, so to speak, walks out of the portcullis, Staggering over here. Stay near. Demon looking out. Before basically as people begin to near, you get the feeling that if you're not away here from like quickly, they might not
Yeah, we move.
Yeah.
We go.
Yeah. Baron will do a nod to Damon Payne before he leaves. And,
Yeah.
And a tear will go.
he
down
looks
his-
pained. Like this is not. He'll go down in history as a traitor.
Yeah.
Who
Not-
Go
caused-
down
not
in
in the
history
reach.
in the reach.
Not in the reach. He
The
won't.
hero.
We will make.
You're not gonna win.
Going out as a traitor for stopping someone who's about to break guest right.
And
his
then he
holy
will.
oath.
We will have so many songs.
As you basically go down the winding road, hurrying a bit now, though of course not any slower than the slowest member can move at this point, as you are rather wounded. I'll say, I'm somewhat familiar with the land. If we could find some horses first and foremost, a guard post or some such. He looks, anyone. Can you all walk?
Walking shouldn't be a problem, no.
Generally, it is mostly like Keys who says, I might have some problems.
Kevin will actually rummage around in his satchel, and he will go over and says, "Here, sir, this is milk of the puppy. It will ease the wounds."
He takes it, though he frowns as he does, and then he will drink it.
Oh.
Be able to move a little further, though, in the long run, maybe. Well, not in the short.
I have more if the pain should.
I don't think you have enough to help him walk for too much further.
We'll carry him if we have to.
As you get down to the bottom of the cliff, you hear a thump and a splat.
Yeah.
And you will basically see that the daemon has thrown himself with Rob off of the parapets, tumbling down the cliff. Like basically landing near you, not really that near because land in some sort of little cleft somewhere, but the body's basically just landing there. Damon twitching a little bit still as he's like dying.
Damon burned his destiny point to make that happen.
Yeah.
If only he had one more to live.
What a hero!
And Rob Rain had already set his on fire because of me.
He's the biggest hero here.
Damon, his body rolls down, basically landing before the party in the side of the road. Rob Rain sort of getting stuck on like a little bush rubbery thing a little further up, as you just hear voices from the keep saying, "Fire!"
Oh snap!
Is there time to pick up his body?
To be sure.
Sure.
Yeah, Alaric will probably do it as he's on the way.
I mean, who is closest, Baron or Alaric? Because I guess
Well, I mean,
Alaric
is
look.
closest. Baron is much faster though, so.
Yeah, but it's only like
True.
a 1.5 unit detour.
Varen is much faster, except for the point that he would fail an agility test against Alaric. Probably.
As crossbow bows basically not having enough range at this point, but still you're mostly downhill, so they sort of fall hazardously around you.
Yeah, we move.
Zigzag.
Right.
Because we scattered and panicked their horses, they won't be able to follow us. So we...
Don't be a meme later.
They had sent riders out. They will have to wait until those come back, certainly, to...
Yes, I do.
And probably also a bit of panic, as well, the most important person there is a recently
Stuck in a shrubbery.
boy who is currently in
Yeah.
command.
The night that
Sure.
was broken.
Who's wounded and probably freaking out.
Oh yeah. This was not supposed to happen. It was a plan that was going to make them all famous, and now it did, but not in a good way. Perhaps the Red Tusk will be able to do something about it once he wakes up. Sure.
He won't be able to do much.
You didn't see how it ended. You will hear one tale.
Oh, that's true too. Like the
Yeah,
Red
that's
Tusk
true.
will hear what fucking
Yep.
Yeah. He will
Clever.
be so pissed. Ah, shit.
It's,
Fighting with your
basically
fist is outlawed.
run along,
in the Westerlands, fist fighting is outlawed.
trying to get to. Yeah, unless you have gold rings everywhere.
It's like
Trying to get to a, at least as Leo says, trying to get to a guard post. You can have some horses. He says they will be delayed, but they will find us. If we go off the road, the hounds will find us. If we stay on the road, the riders will find us. What's the plan? She looks to you, Alaric, probably, and Ashra.
That's the real question, isn't it?
Well, I'm sorely out of people I know in the West. He sort of frowns. I doubt Len is probably a good option. Alaric, any other acquaintances?
Alaric
Well,
shakes
there is
his-
that old flame.
Oh, what, the fireball? Yeah, but I mean,
No, I mean
Yes, the
Molvar.
fireball.
Whatever.
He's the guy you
Fireball.
want to contact.
No, Mulvar. What was his name? Malvon.
Who?
Mulvik. Malorn.
We do know the guy in control of Lannisport, though.
That's the dude I'm talking about, like the
Oh.
Lannister.
oh,
Mulvar.
Yeah.
Moral.
Oh, Moral.
Moral
We
Lannister.
do.
I mean, we could go there, but I'm sure that
It'd be no.
I'm sure a Raven would be there, and you know,
I'm
would be
pretty
killed,
fucking
probably.
confident that Leo Longthorn is also fairly recognizable too.
God, yeah.
It's
In
also quite a
Lannisport.
distance. We will be caught long before we can make it that far south.
Is
So
the best option to grab a ship then? Like,
yeah, head west out
Yeah.
in the water.
But then
There's either the Strait of Faircastle, maybe there could be a village there with a fishing boat. We'd have to go east towards Ashmark, towards the Riverlands, or north, which would put us in places harrowed by the Iron Man.
I think we should.
Basically, take a. I put down Castamir's location roughly on the overview map. If you wanted to have a look at what sort of
Hell,
locales and distances you might want to.
Well, we can't go east to Riverrun because the main Lannister army is over there.
Yeah.
So east is a no-go.
North is. I mean, north from here is not really a great idea.
No, we don't want to go.
then we'll
to
just be
the
trapped up
islands.
there forever.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
We
think
need to.
I think our best bet is actually just to find a boat
Head south.
and head south.
Risk it.
Risk the Iron Islanders
Yeah, and the Lannister fleet.
and the Lannister fleet, but I think
With all
they're,
of the
They may
capable
stay
sailors
in
we
anchor when
have.
the Ironborn is out. We're not sure.
yeah, they're a bit busy with the Ironborn right now, and the Ironborn has a huge fucking fleet, so it's going to take them a while to deal with that.
It's not their official fleet doing it. It's just all of the noble houses doing their various things that can earn them money and captives and whatnot.
Yeah, so
So,
if we can somehow get down to the Old Oak with a ship, or hell, if
Old
we can
Oak
get
is enemy territory, though.
it
They
is.
they declared
yeah,
for
yeah,
Blackfire.
true. If we
We
can
need to
just,
get like all the way down to Old Town, really.
No, we could sail up the Mander.
we
and
could,
go to High Garden.
Yeah,
Mander.
yeah, that's probably the best idea. Yeah.
if we can find a small enough boat to do that. If not, we'd have to go down to Old Town.
But
the,
once-
the Mander is a big ass fucking river. Dude.
It is. It's like the main trading river.
Yeah,
And the people you have with you will pipe up a little bit, as Howell say. If we go to Keys, we will be safe there for some time. Well, Marbrand will say, Ashmark will not welcome us, but I could get supplies there if we get close.
supplies from
Where's
Ashmark.
Ashmark? Oh, it's
Ashmark's
there.
just east. But then we have to
In
go
a
through the
desirable
mountains.
location.
Yeah, then we'll have to go for the mountains and then. Like,
That's not great.
I don't like going to Ashmark. I think we should go south towards Keys.
I just. It's amusing considering how you feel about going on boats, Jonas. It's just how
I
many
know.
capable sailors are there in this group? Like,
Prester. Yeah, the Presters are the lords of feast fires, so we have that as
Okay.
well.
Oh, okay. So if we could
But,
get down,
you know, that's quite a distance still.
Well, if we can get to Keys, I'm sure that we could, get a boat
bigger
from
ship
him with sailors. If they're ironborn, they better be good with boats. I mean, shit. Then we
mean,
could
they
just take a
probably
boat
are,
down there. Yeah.
I mean, if he has the power to like give us a better ship there,
Most of the ships and sailors are out with the fleet, but
maybe a damaged one.
A
Sure,
shitty
something
boat
like that.
with a shitty crew that can get us somewhere.
There's
I'll
if
take
Lord if the Longthorn and like the dude from the area shows up and be like, we need a ship, give us the best you have. They'll probably do it.
I don't think the Longsword showing up would be...
No, they
I
don't give
don't
a
think
shit
you
about
would
Longthorn.
advertise that.
No. But if
I don't
this
know,
is
if-
the Lord Keys, then... Like,
he
is
is
he
not
the...
the Lord.
No?
Keys.
Okay.
It's just Sir Keys.
Mm.
Family, but not too closely. Like, if he was the... He's famous enough that he carries some, like, renown. But,
What
but the
about-
Lord is probably either sailing around with the fleet or out in River Run doing war stuff. So.
So we might not even have to show ourselves in there.
No, we could just...
Stay in harbor, basically. Or,
Well, I mean, we could just get a boat and sail south. Would avoid what would be most of the Iron Islanders. Because they'll be busy up there,
Hopefully.
basically. Hopefully. I don't see them really
I mean,
heading
they're gonna
south.
be around all this area here.
Which is why we go south.
Yeah, that's why we want to go down here to Keys, get a boat, and then head south, right
so
up
we
to
travel
Amanda.
by land.
Problem,
Yeah.
the problem with putting us on the water is that should any combat situation threaten us in our shitty boat as we are heading down there
Yeah.
south, we are hosed because A, it's a shitty boat, and B, all of the amazing, awesome, cool things that make our characters who we are don't have anything to do with boat fighting.
But they probably can't amass a fleet to hunt us because most of their fleet is somewhere else, right? So the amount
Yeah, well,
of people.
it's not a matter of like them amassing things. It's just like we might happen into ships.
Yeah. But the chance seems much less than going down the road.
Yeah, it's either that to go to Ashmark across the mountains and then like.
We'd have to go like right down here.
Like, I would-
because fuck
like,
Lannisport
Yeah,
and Silverhall.
I would rather go into the mountains and then like strike off like eastward, like a southeastward thing. I think us handling like mountains is easier than us handling water.
If
I
we go
see.
to Ashmag, I can get us horses.
Is it possible to travel east from Ashmark?
We don't want to go east because that's
Yes,
where the
to
Lannister
the Golden
army is.
Tooth.
Well,
It's the rally point for the Army of Riverrun. Might be some defeated units there, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. The real problem will be crossing the Red Fork.
Yeah.
That is, well, the
Invaded.
war zone.
Yeah, I don't want to go down this way if we were going to do
then
that.
we'll have to
I'd
cross
rather
that
go
Pink Maiden
down
and
here.
then like cross over here somewhere as well. Like,
Could, of course, go through the Hot Mountains, crossing the Gold Road instead.
Yeah, I'd rather go past the River Road, past the Gold Road, and...
I mean, it's better than to go like over here and down.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
like, get down here and then
Yeah.
try and
That's of
avoid
course
the
also
Gold
a
Road.
very, very long road through mountains and terrain and whatnot. True.
And we
Yeah.
do know how effective you guys were in the mountains last time we wrapped them. Just saying.
Yeah, that's the only thing
but
I
it'll
don't
be
like
more
about it.
effective than in the water.
But
I
then
think
we're
so.
also going to have dogs on our tail.
We're not fighting
if we're
in the
on.
water. There's no
We
cannons.
We have no guarantee of that.
There is no cannons. Like how if they're gonna take a boat, they need to board us.
They
Archer's
can also
ballistic.
shoot us from range, and we have one archer.
Like yes, like shooting at us from range. That's right, Train. Or ramming the small little fishing boat.
It depends.
They might
Mostly the
also have
Iron
ballista
Island,
and stuff.
like the Westerlands and really like the Reach and such, mostly use boats that are sort of high-sided and use a lot of arrows, while the Iron Island does generally ram shit and like throw, like they capture your boat and then they ram it, sail it up on their shore and use it to build stuff like houses,
Yeah.
because they don't have wood in many other ways. But most
And-
like the Westerland fleet would shoot at you.
Yeah, and they are way better at fighting at sea than we are. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Pretty
what
impressive.
they do.
But then we also have to put up with dogs. If
And
we
again,
go
maybe
off-road.
you will only run into like maybe patrols or I mean it's really difficult to say.
Who knows?
Keys and Presta will say that the fleet is magnificent and that the sailors are of very good quality. But of course, it's their houses supplying most of them, so that's worth it as well. Them and Lannisport, really. Fair castle, some. The Crag would have, but the Westerlings is just so poor that they usually don't really have ships like that. They have enough trouble with keeping the northern shore clean for raiders.
Yeah, I think we'll be probably more harassed going through the land route, but if something does happen, it's much safer.
Harassed by dogs, though, man.
Dogs will be the
riders.
least of our troubles. What I'm afraid of is they're like, oh, they're going through mountains. Send literally everyone, because we only need to get horses, and we can get those, and send like 2,000 men up there to scour the place.
There
Don't
is the
have
fact, of
2,000
course, that horses don't do well in mountains. Like we would be like walking like along those routes.
And
The
they
most
don't
problem
have...
with mountains are probably the safest. That's probably true, but it also takes a lot longer to get anywhere.
Yeah, that would be the primary drawback that I see.
And the
It's
war
just
is progressing, so if you get home too late to really have much of an effect, that's that was a problem when you came up here. Of course, now the party's bigger and full of more recognizable faces. Though some of them have sway, because the news of their traitorous nature probably isn't going to spread that fast, and especially not to small communities. Who knows? Maybe some people will disagree, will like them better. Probably that's going to be in the lands dominated by their houses. The lands around Ashmark and the Markbrands are a pretty big house. Like, they're important people. This guy may not be the lord, but he has sway in that region.
How about we go through the mountains to Ashmark, head south, run the skirt of the mountains
Across the Gold Road.
and just run the skirt, basically. Get here and then just run flat out past everything.
Past the.
I think it's better to
gathering
go
point.
across here actually and go down this
We would
way.
have to worry about riders on the Gold Road, though.
Yeah, of course, but this is a longer way in enemy territory than this way is.
Yeah,
Basically,
but
we
harder
out
for
of
us
here.
to be seen here. Because there'll be guard posts all along the Gold Road for days and
yeah,
days.
sure.
There'll be
I
hundreds
don't
of
know.
them.
The argument of speed has swayed me even more to favor the ocean.
It's gonna go
Yeah.
way faster, but it's also a lot riskier, I
It's
think.
Sure.
riskier.
I mean, yeah, I get that. I'm just saying.
But
my
we do
If
need
we
to
can
take
get
the risks.
to Keys,
my vote is the
Oh.
ocean.
feast fires, we could have ships with Lannister sails.
Ooh, Lannister sails. That
We
means.
need not carry Tyrell flags. I don't know we would have one.
Oh, would the Iron Islanders are all sorted, are all being tied up around in this region, right?
They are basically feast fires. Is the point where the Lannister fleet says not past here.
Oh, okay.
This is the soft underbelly of the Westerlands where Lannisport is. This place needs to be kept clean, because otherwise food cannot
Trading,
easily
yeah.
travel to Westerlands, and they have they need food. They don't have
So-
enough of it.
Go to
So-
feast
so
fires.
this sort of
bulk
is
the
very well
fleet would be
protected.
in this area here.
Yeah,
The bulk of the fleet would be around Fair Isle, basically.
but then if we have Lannister flags, then we don't have to worry about any Westerlanders.
Generally not,
They're probably not
Maybe.
gonna heal us in mind. It depends on how quickly word will spread.
unless
that
they've
we
been
have
told
back
about
around the ship.
something.
We
There's
would
of course
just
always
have
unknowns. But
we would just have to get onto that peninsula.
Yep.
Yes. So I would suggest we get to feast fires, and go from there, basically.
this sort of coastal area here is the land of Castamere. Getting out of that, there's some minor houses, a little bit of Fair Castle, and then you would basically be in Keys and Presta lands as you get onto this little.
Yeah.
I
So
vote
we, so we would take like horses from like a nearby guard post, the Hoping Bee, and then we just ride
And
for
just-
like the case.
That would be the
Keys
idea.
fires
So
area.
basically, that would be the. Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable plan.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to go for that.
I'd be
Yeah.
willing to go a bit far.
Same here.
Then
I
taking the
think
sails
so,
and
yeah.
probably sailing up the Mander
Yep.
to High Garden, if possible.
We need to get them.
If nothing else, ditching the flags or such a little before, or just
Yeah.
folding
like
them up.
when we enter the Manor, basically.
Yeah, we
Well,
enter the
not
Mandarin.
exactly, because Brightwater Keep and the
Yeah.
Florence have.
The moment we
I
see
mean,
High Garden,
both
we
the
can
Lords of
fuck up.
Old Oak, Golden Grove, and Brightwater Keep all have ancestry, at least allegedly, in family with the Gardeners, and they never really liked that Highgarden is controlled by the Tyrells because they're just job peasants, basically. I mean, stewards, right?
Yeah.
And they have, I mean, they believe that they have a claim to the Reach in Highgarden. So they generally have been the troublesome houses always. It's no big surprise that they were the ones to jump ship, so to speak. But there are also 3 big ones with lots of food resources that they can send directly to the Westerlands, which is of course a problem.
Yeah.
All right. That seems to then be the idea of returning to Highgarden by Keys and Feast Fires, having dueled fairly enough with the knights here, who feel still that they should stand up for their word, even if their lord did not.
Yeah.
Bless them for that, even if it may doom them in the end.
They have certainly earned our respect.
I don't think we burnt theirs.
On the way, one thing we can do, sort of as we're basically going to end it here, with next time beginning with whatever might happen on the journey, and dealing with the homecoming. I don't anticipate us spending too much time on that, because who wants to spend sessions just going home, right?
All right.
It's not that exciting, but there's certainly you might not even get away, right? So we'll see about that probably next session, Saturday. Sort of in the final sort of clip, as we see everyone sort of running and moving, away, probably even like see the clip of like the little guard post where they usually keep fresh horses for messengers, so that you can take a fresh one and then ride. Not horses for everyone, but enough that the people who are slow can sort of have them, and they can carry armor and stuff to hurry up the movement. We also see, like, as Alaric basically puts down Damon Payne's body, and sort of goes to do something else. We like see his like hand twitch a little bit as he in the battle got grappled and knocked out fast enough that he didn't get to burn any of his destiny.
Yes, I had wondered that, which is why I brought it up as like a clip. Like he burned his destiny.
Avoid certain death to do that. So he will still be. He will not be a whole man, because you don't get to be that if you avoid certain death. But he will have avoided certain death. So that's of course something to be taken for.
And I have Rob Rain's sword, so I consider that.
It's gonna be in the trophy hall.
It's a nice sword with
of
like
respite.
A white line on the hilt and such.
I don't know if we're going the trophies for Hall of Respite. Bree might want to keep that as her personal trophy.
No, that's what I mean. Like put it
Other
in
stuff. Yeah.
Just start collecting swords.
He, however, is his as you carried him also, like his legs have been all over the place. The bones in there are completely shattered. There's no way that's gonna be like he's gonna be moving about much in the future either. He's crippled. Pain.
My diagnosis is set. You will not be walking very much.
And next session we'll also be doing all the recovery to see who actually dies from infection and who gets to.
Hooray!
Because the thing is, it's difficult for me to treat people who are moving quickly.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
There's not really 4 hours per person to just hang around.
I
at least
am
until
fine.
someone is in critical condition.
You don't need to worry about me.
Yeah.
All right, that took longer than expected, but yeah, I hope I've been engaged all the time with having more than half of the participants in the battle.
I've been engaged as well the entire time.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Sure did.
It's a bit of a climax.
It was worthy of the build-up and the anticipation. Although I did set the bar at me burning 2 destiny points, and I walked away only spending 2.
I burned too.
Actually, spent
That's right, you
It
took care
went
of that
well
for
with
me.
the two people being grappled at the beginning. It's rather powerful, and they were also not the worst people. Damon, of course, also being an axe wielder, and then the oh well, we might see him still. So.
I would say like Red Tusk, who he
Red Tusk
might have
is
his
is the
rise
most
to
famous of
but
these
he never
people.
got to attack.
We
In 100 years,
mob-
people would say that he's one of the greatest knights of.
That's the thing, though. When you have that reputation,
Yeah.
when you have competent
for
opponents, they'll be like, "Yeah, take him out. Let's just pile on him."
And you know, Manzer Laygood is happy that he got to.
That's right.
to
Manser
punch
Laygood
him
may
out.
have gotten himself a sworn enemy there. He's fucking like, I will fight that
Nemesis.
Laygood.
He's happy for it. He's like, "Great."
He's pretty damn good. He could probably in a 1-to-1 fight wreck anyone else who doesn't get grabbing him all the time, because that's really powerful.
It would have to be someone who uses short blades or someone who doesn't care about, like, I'll just grab back.
Turns out that agile people have benefits too. As the party now pretty big, like everything considered. There's a good number of knights and whatnot in this little fighting band.
Yep.
Could
We
probably
have the-
take out a lot of
Left.
things.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't seen the Longthorn fight.
You have not. He's pretty good though.
Yeah, that's
I
I
can imagine.
He has a reputation. Like he's known as a very good fighter, but like it's not like he's a god with a sword. It's more like he's incredibly good. The thing that makes him amazing is he's also really, really good at using spears and being courteous and knowing about important things and poetry and like music. He plays like music and
Of course he does.
and being like obnoxiously good at all the things that makes you a good knight and a good lord.
Yep.
And he's widely just admired from it. Like even his enemies generally like him, in just admire him really, because he's just the perfect knight, so to speak. And rebelling against him certainly has not been an easy decision. Probably if he had been home, these people who have stood with the Blackfire might simply have said that they couldn't. He wasn't home, however, and the official word was that it was fine to support the Blackfire, just don't fight in the Reach. There we go. Calm down again.
I need to decompress for a few days.
I can't imagine so, Jonas, because you were perfectly calm and placid. This was like the first session where
yes.
you.
I was perfectly calm, and then the fight started, and
You know it wouldn't be easy.
It
I know.
it went better than I expected.
I mean, we did sound tactical moves.
Yep. You have prepared well, and again, you have multiple brains. I only have one. I can't do as much.
Well, there's also the fact that Manser Laygood decided that fuck it, I'm just gonna grab the sumbitch, which is not something that any of us talking had. Like, what if Manser just grabs the man?
And
You know?
beats him.
And I took advantage of that, then stabbing him from behind.
Yeah. Oh, they're Tyrell knights, just as you are now, as it turns out.
Yeah.
All of you.
Here. I need a coat of arms.
We need a coat of arms.
That's true.
Goger, you need a surname.
I do.
I think it might need to be something to do with Ash after that.
Sir Varen Ash.
No, don't let it be Ashford. We
No,
would have-
no, wait, that would be bad.
Because the vortex of destiny swirled around that 7-on-7, and it certainly swirled around Varen.
Yes, it sure did.
I like the spinning knight as the epithet. Sir Spin.
Such spin.
Isn't
Yeah.
even glad though he only got double.
Varen the Tripper.
Yeah,
I mean, you've
the trippiest
burned
dice.
Destiny in a big way. So this battle, like when you were born, this battle was for you gonna happen.
Yeah.
And this outcome was gonna happen in some way, the gods or fate or whatever you believe. This was a big deal for your life.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest deal that you've had in your life so far.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, really. It's gonna change his entire life.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
In a very
probably a
big way.
name that, befits that occasion.
And it also changed the lives of all of the enemy foes who participated, who burned destiny points too.
And we have
Their ability
changed. We have potentially changed the fate of the war as well if we get back.
Oh, indubitably. 'Cause
Well, the good news
the
is that
Reach has a large army.
that some of us aren't wounded and as such won't have trouble getting back.
Yeah, I'm not wounded.
And the Longthorn is Heart and Hail, so
to. He's perfectly fine.
And Ashra can fucking accompany him just fine.
yeah, just put them on high guard, and then we'll have all of that on our side.
Asher's still sad to have left his stuff back in Lannisport. We'll have to purchase that back.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Ransom money.
I imagine
He
that
thinks
if we
that
get
probably the Longthorn will pay for it. It's
Yeah, I
probably
think-
going to be okay. You know?
back this, I think the Longthorn is going to be like, I'm going to give you guys a few things. Actually, I've decided.
He's knighted you. What else do you want, peasant?
I have a
A castle.
Have a
I mean,
list.
not only did we fight on his behalf when his honor was challenged, but we also rescued him in the first place.
won that fight, mind you.
Yes, we also won the fight.
You might be a peer in his eyes, but you aren't a peer in mine.
Yeah.
You're still a big bastard and two peasants.
Resentful breed.
Big
That's
sir,
oh,
bastard, you young lady.
Although,
their bastard and sir.
although Keevan did get one step closer to impressing Bree. It's good. It's good. Good. Now he has the title.
Yes.
Yes.
Now he just need more power to impress her.
Power.
I know I have 2 weeks and then my character's gonna die. 2 weeks of in-game time's what I got.
It's the wounds.
I got wounded once, and I'm not without miracle roll. Could I recover that? It'd be a DC 21, and I'd have to penalty die as well. I would have to do better than what I could roll.
Would you be able to roll with a bit extra dice? Potentially.
Well, I have endurance 4. The DC is 21. I have a penalty die, so
Yeah.
the best I could do is an 18. Oh, -1 because of my injury. The best I could do is a 17. Doesn't cut it.
Or, we can just
But once we
try heal you until...
once we get on ships, that might be easier because you don't really move. You can lay down on the ship potentially.
And I can actually treat people at that point.
I imagine it will take us a week to at least to get to the peninsula, to the edge of that.
And of course, it's possible you don't get wounds every week. It's possible you just get no recovery. No change.
I do have drugs that can maybe help.
I don't think you have enough drugs to knock me out with Milk of the Poppy for the entire
Over
time.
a week. Yeah.
We have other things that can help. But
And not to mention, I only got wounded once. There's some other people.
The people you guys wounded, for example.
Yes, the people who are apparently needed for you to get
Go
the
home,
ships
and then you
with
get there and
Lannister
they
sails.
die, and you're like, oh well,
Yeah.
fuck.
It's hard to get the ships with the Lannister sails if
Yeah,
they're
the
dead.
Iron Taker should be the priority.
yeah,
He's the most wounded. So
I mean,
yeah.
that might even be a case where I might need to give him medical attention.
I mean, if we get a wagon in one of these villages, he can be on the wagon, and there can be some form of medical attention on the wagon. Not ideal, but
Do remember
I
the
I mean,
untrained
Ren managed to
people.
heal the door. Ren managed
Like
to
when we
treat the Dornish
traveled across
Mountains.
the
The wagon is
Broadway.
fine.
untrained people can also heal, and if they fail, nothing happens. So
They stay.
they won't die because at least somebody can at least try and heal and do nothing to them. So They won't die on our watch, at least.
The problem, of course, being the time that demands.
I mean,
It's
what?
time that you can't move.
I mean,
Which
part of it,
might-
we're not moving during the night
It's time
anyway.
that gets you caught.
Yeah.
Right.
But you do need to sleep.
Yes,
It's true, but and the night is possibly the night is a bit more longer than 8 hours. So
Dark, full of terrors.
full of hounds.
We've already burned
So
death.
narrowly avoided death. Also, he's not in a great shape.
No,
Safe to say.
appreciate what it did, really. But well,
You look over his broken body. It would have been better if you actually died. The songs would have been cooler that way.
yeah. Now, maybe we'll just leave you here.
Bit of a perfectionist, aren't you?
Honor demands that you can't do that
Strangle
now.
Yeah,
Who's dead? Who's dead? He's burned the other one on
You,
fire. Live still.
I'm
Come
not
on.
dead yet.
Now he's dead.
He says he's not dead.
No, he's
No.
dead.
Yeah, no, he'll be dead in a moment. So.
what is it? Let me use my professional diagnosis. I choose to fail the roll. He's dead.
What happened?
Just put
I'm also glad that I chose to and succeeded on disarming Rob Rain, because I figure he probably would have carried on the combat longer.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ugh.
Which prevented Sir Baron getting another injury, probably.
Oh, we don't know.
I would probably wound it again. Or, no, probably not actually.
We can't. We will never know now.
We never know.
I mean, I imagine
Although
Sir Baron-
I'm pretty sure the bull will take it. Will have another crack at you before all is said and done.
He's gonna
think with his
destroy my
endurance-
stuff though.
With his endurance, he probably won't die from when he's like sustained.
Yep.
I mean, they also have a castle with possibly a maester.
I also think the bull was also the least damaged out of all of them too. So
Perhaps,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so.
Running for the archer works apparently. Being tough to kill works.
As
Weirdly
Ma-
enough.
as Mansa also knows.
Well, he got stabbed a couple of times.
Yes, but
man,
being
that's-
tough helped him.
well, he also has like half the armor rating that the bull does. So no getting sick.
And I'll easily be able to make the injury tests.
Yeah, the injury test is no problem.
Sons
I
of
do have
bitches
a
with like
wound.
your DC 12.
Yeah, with my 5 dice and 2 bonus die, I think I
Can
can
I
manage
have
it.
you save your tokens, if nothing else?
Oddly enough, no change.
You'll have to save mine. I can't get back into the server.
It's just the fear that I got an error. Maybe the server will crash.
I will take a copy of Breeze. Then.
I have saved mine.
Give me a second. Song of Ice and Fire.
I'm saying -1.
Okay, Breeze is saved.
Safely disconnect.
Alright. I guess that's
Mine's not
that then.
changed.
I mean, I
Uh,
remember it was on it anyway, an injury and a wound.
Stream
That-
recording.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. It certainly was a fight of 3.5 hours. No, 3.5 hours.
3.5. Like,
Whew.
Bit of an
Song of
encounter.
Ice and Fire roleplaying resumes on Saturday with our escape.
That's
Yeah.
right. The
gonna be
escape of
beautiful.
Ice and Fire.
Mad dash.
Because finally we're at the hurdle that we've been like kicking like the can forward all this time. Like,
Yeah.
okay, how do we get out of here?
With panache, maybe. I will see. We'll do
Swing
our
on
best.
chandeliers.
Maybe a wagon.
What ho!
Split up.
Whee!
We'll split up.
Can't find all of us.
The
We cover more
uninjured
ground.
ones will go. will go to.
Leave the women and children.
Yeah. Leave the women,
Actually, the
children,
woman and the
wounded.
child
Yeah.
probably fare fairly well. From what
I was
I
about to say, you do not want like Bree just like setting her destiny on fire to get back before you.
Yeah.
well,
I mean, I can set mine on fire and go back with you.
we have 13th H on Friday as usual, and Ice and Fire on Saturday. So yep, thanks for watching.
Game,
We'll see.
it's a game-filled week.
Yeah, And I have a session tomorrow that I'm DMing, and I DM'd a session yesterday. So, woo, boy.
I also DM'd a session yesterday as well.
Good lord.
RP for everyone.
It's RP. It's so much RP. It's a summer of fun.
What do we do tomorrow?
You're not doing anything.
Oh, okay, fine. Good. I'll just lean back then.
I'm playing with my AFK group.
Oh.
Oh, we understand.
Oh.
You have
The-
other
know,
friends?
My real friends. Those who are not just voices in my head.
I see how it is.
Oh boy. Well, see you on Friday, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
See ya.